This South Asian woman right here, she was interviewing JaneT and tried to gaslight Janet while also attempting to force an endorsement out of her for her cousin Kamala. This Indian woman sat in a black American woman's face, talking about the pretending chameleon Kamala Harris possibly being the first black woman president. Janet responded by saying that she heard Kamala wasn't black, and then a bunch of black folks started attacking a black American woman to protect this non-black American Rachel Dolezal Jr. Of course, the Shields also came out. They had to run interference. DL was the first to crash out, but Charlamagne and Ricky Smiley also had to come out and set the record straight on their radio shows and put on the cape for their non-black curry queen Kamala.
For this made smoother than your smoothest criminal. Shamo, about that money, what we get into. Shamo, about that money, get residuals. Shamo.
What it do, people? You're now tuned in.
Popovich
Popovich
TV. Oh yeah.
We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling back up in here. One more again. So if it's your first time, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. To everybody else, you already know. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. And we in the end game because y'all see Janet Jackson miscontrol, you know what I mean? Spinning in the clip, as I like to say. But before we get into whether she was out of pocket or whether she was spot on, let me first say condolences to the Jackson family, and obviously rest in peace to Tito Jackson of the late, great Jackson 5. You know what I mean? Death comes to all of us, and we oftentimes don't get no warning. In fact, I just had loss in my family on Saturday. My grandfather passed. May he rest in peace, and may the Most High have mercy on his soul. With that being said, we just had Marlon Wayans, right, on Club Shay Shay, doing an interview and taking his jabs back at Vlad, etc. The interview did real well as far as the views. But what I liked about the interview was that he was giving his flowers and pretty much making people that wasn't aware that his family deserve all the flowers in the world for how they put on. Like they put on for their city and they put on for the culture. Oh, but you're black. Let's not even talk about the Jackson family. Like they've been around, damn near 70 years in the business. You know what I'm saying? And Janet Jackson is the youngest of 10 children, right? And what this article that just recently came out and why she's spinning in the clip, the Guardian magazine or whatever, or the Guardian, they were supposed to be covering her documentary or whatever type of, docket that she got coming out, talking about being the youngest of, a well-known family who has put on for years and years for the culture. Oh, but you're black. And, what they like to do is they like to get your endorsement. We see Taylor Swift come out and endorse Kamala Harris, whichever one you want to say. I've been saying that black folks been pronouncing her name wrong. That's because, that ain't no regular, normal black name, if you will, right? And, we had her come out and endorse, and a lot of people has come out and endorse or not endorse. And if you watch the channel and you're familiar with my channel, I appreciate you. But I'm not on the one side, I'm not on the other side. I speak from the middle. So I don't think I'm blinded by, my allegiances or my biasness. With that being said, they try to nail Janet Jackson to the cross and, ask her, so what do you think of Kamala? And is the U.S. ready for, a black woman to be president, etc.? And Janet pretty much was like, I heard she not black. Heard the father was white. And you had, a lot of people come out and, attack Janet Jackson. A lot of people say they cancel her. A lot of people was putting the cape on for Kamala Harris, etc. And my thing is this, right? Like what Tiger said on the song with Chris Brown, like Ike did Tina in the limo would finally hit me. And, you see things, but you don't really see them. And I give you the real quickly when you want to go get a car, right? If anybody ever brought a car, you leased the car, you financed the car, whatever. Say you want to go get the Range Rover, right? You go get the Range Rover, and then as soon as when you pull off the lot, you realize, damn, everybody got this car. However, prior to you buying it, you don't see everybody with your car. That's just like a little analogy. Once the veil was, lifted off, you get to see it. I say that to say, Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, the lesser charge on the Breakfast Club, and Ricky Smiley. They all on the radio. They all black. And they all with the Democratic Party. I said, whew, the arm of the Democratic Party is long, and their influence and their media reach is very long. I don't know why the Republicans don't match it. I don't see how they, all these years they've been behind. They don't really have no big celebrities, speaking up for them. And not just now because of Trump and Kamala. Again, you could vote for whoever you want to vote for. It is other people want a ticket like Jill Stein or Dr. Jill Stein, Dr. Cornel West, and other people. It just don't have to be Miss Harris or Trump. You can choose another candidate if you want. But with that being said, I said, damn, I never noticed that all these brothers. And I used to listen to D.L. Hughley. I used to obviously listen to Steve Harvey in the morning, and I used to listen to the Breakfast Club. Not so much so in these later years. In fact, I don't, hardly listen to the radio now, right? But I said, damn, this is how they influence us. This is how they subconsciously and subliminally interject their views and get people to, attack or not attack or make you think something is wrong with you when you're not going along with the get along. And I said, I went to Google when everybody was first making this a big thing, because it really shouldn't be a big thing. If she black, she black. If she Indian, she Indian. It shouldn't really be no big deal. But race is the common denominator. It's at the highest of the ticket, meaning like that's the main talking point that people have been talking about for a long time. So what did I do? I said, let me go to Google. I guess that's all we really have. It ain't like I could call up people from her background. I said, let me see what they're talking about. My father's Jamaican. All right, he was born in Jamaica. That doesn't make him Jamaican. And what I got, I don't see why everybody else is not getting this. I got that he's white and he's Indian, or Irish and Indian. That doesn't make him a black man. If you put some kittens in the oven, that don't make them oven kittens. I think that was a reference Malcolm X was talking, and I am Malcolm X. I think that's a point he was making, or a point he was trying to prove. Like, just because you bring some people, somewhere and they here, that doesn't make them a part of where you bringing them from. So you can put a cat and a dog in the sink and they have a baby. That don't mean it's a sink baby. Don't mean it's a sink dog or a sink cat. You just had the litter inside of the tub. You know what I mean? And what black folks is cleaning, collard greens in the tub where they wash their ass at? Is that some black shit? Oh, but you're black. Soon as when she said that, I knew the gig was up. And then when you look at, she went to the college, she went to a black college and sorority. All right, there's plenty of people go to colleges. That don't make you black. You can go to an all-white college. Does that make you white? You can go to an all-Spanish college or sorority. Does that make you Spanish? So that's just my thing, when it comes to that. But back to Janet, right? So allegedly, maybe kind of sort of one of her publicists or somebody supposed to have came out and, said she apologized and she was misinformed. And, oh no, you're fired on some Donald Trump shit. Like, no, you're fired because I never told you to put out that statement. And she's standing 10 toes down on what she said. And I'm rocking with her. Like, I'm not canceling Janet Jackson. And I think, one, we shouldn't be looking towards celebrities to, get our information from them anyway. A lot of them is bought, and not just meaning money. Influence, being in the in crowd, being with the cool kids, you able to have a seat at the table, even if it's at the little kid table. Some of y'all think y'all down and y'all want to be down with the kings. You want to be down with the kings, but you still not really down. You have no power. They just using you as a puppet, and they the puppet master. And that's how I see it from being in the middle aisle, because I'm not on neither one side. I see it as the government against the people. And I think with this election that's coming up, no matter who you vote for, if nothing else, I think the people are finally, or some people, not all, some people are finally waking up to see like the machine just want to keep the status quo, and we need to really figure out a way to be able to combat that from a grassroots, to building it from the ground up.
You know what I mean? So we can at least have a chance. If not, they're going to keep doing what they want to do. They're going to keep having their way, quote unquote, with us. But is Janet Jackson wrong? In my opinion, hell to the no. And I don't view her as a black either. Kendrick Lamar said they're not like us. She's not African American. That's for sure. She's not black American. You know what I mean? Like, she's not. Now, could she be, probably like, she's both. All the interviews, I did see her say that, you know, black. I did see her say she was black. I also see she say she was Indian. She could be both. She could be both. But where's the blackness coming from? Because now her mom's is Indian, red dot Indian, South Indian, right? And her father's Irish and Indian. Yeah, he was born in Jamaica again, but just because you're born in Jamaica, that don't make you a Jamaican. It doesn't. So we look at it for what it is, and that's how I view it. You know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But another thing, I'm not going to be spooked and let the angry mob dictate how I feel or make me think one way because everybody else is thinking one way. And I pride myself on being that. And to quote K.O. Smitty, before we get out of here, like the test of a person, of a man or a woman, is when you with people, when you got the numbers in your favor and you still tough, or you still have the same stance. Or when the odds is against you, you still stand on your principle, you still stand 10 toes down, even though the angry mob got the pitchfork, they got the guns, they got the knives, they got the hot water, they got the tar, they ready to tar you up if you don't profess what they profess. And you say, nah, I got to stand on what I believe. And then you got D.L. Hughley, right? He coming out, says she changed. She want to look like she white. She changing it up. Her family taking a lot of slander now, even though they just lost their brother. And the thing is, doggy, you had one of your mans or whoever, your peoples, do something to your daughter. You denied it. You rejected what she was telling you, and you ain't protect her. Yet you going super hard for Kamala Harris. And then when you look at this tweet right here, you see like, bro, just a couple years ago, oh, how we forget. Yeah, I wasn't caping for her. When she ran for president, she got less than 1%. Now, all of a sudden, she's the dominant factor. She's the best candidate. Nah, I see through the smog, the snake, the rat, the cat, the dog. How you gonna see it when you living in the fog? Like, nah, you can't just dupe me like that. I know I'm not the smartest. I mean, I didn't go to college. I got my GED, and I know how to count 1, 2, 3. But I'm not gonna just let you dupe me. And I see a lot of y'all being duped by the masses because the Democrat Party is strong in that regards as far as the media. Republicans, if y'all want to fight and chance, y'all better get some big celebrities on your side or some big media platforms, because the way this shit been spinning in the clip since the political cycle has been upon us, it's been overwhelming. Like, sometimes you just got to turn Instagram off, YouTube. Like, you can't unsee the shit. And they got a big hold on the media and what's put out there to the media. And it could be dangerous. So that's my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But y'all know who it is. Popovich from Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling, back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.